So up until very recently, DNA testing, that's a very new thing. If a woman has 10 husbands and she's sleeping with all of them, say this is 40, 50 years ago, and she's sleeping with all of them, who's the father? You don't know. However, if a man has 10 wives, you know who the father is in all those, and he's sleeping with all of them. You know who the mother is, you know who the father is. So men have this, and this is one of the reasons why it matters more to men. We have this evolutionary psychology, evo-psych basis for wanting a woman who's not promiscuous, because a woman who's promiscuous, you can't guarantee, if she's sleeping with a bunch of guys, you can't guarantee that you're the father of the child.
Can't you break that evo psych? Because like we break certain evo psychs from the past where it goes
we're not social creatures. Like we've evolved from that.
Yeah, like we're not killing people with our bare hands still. Like obviously you're gonna evolve with that as well.
Why are women attracted to tall men? Why are women attracted to tall men?
Probably because they feel like it's someone who can like protect them. Yeah.
But that has an evolutionary psychology basis.
Yeah, but
a guy who's physically strong, who's physically large, is more capable of protecting you. That's why women are attracted to tall men.
Okay, I'm not going to speak because I do know there's some women who like only want tall men.
Most women prefer tall men. Most women. I'm not saying all.
I mean, like, there's not that many tall men out there, so it's kind of like
most men are taller than most women.
Yes, obviously most men are taller than most women.
Most women would have an issue dating a guy who's shorter than you, for example.
Yeah.
Okay, why? That has less of an impact on who you are as a partner than does someone's body count. Yet women care deeply about someone's height.
It wouldn't like bother me because I literally said before this.
How tall are you? 5'4"?
Yeah.
You date a guy who's 5 feet? Be honest.
5 feet, 5 inches.
5 feet, well, yes.
5 feet is...
Like, is that like, I feel like I wouldn't even like meet a guy that's 5 feet. Like, I'm
sure,
talking about like,
I'm trying to use like a more extreme example to kind of get to the point.
That's not like a real life example though. Like a real life example would be like if I met a guy who's my height, and that could be possible. I mean, it would still be
You
rare.
Would still prefer to date a guy who's taller though, correct?
Yeah, who's at least like, I mean, honestly, if you're eye level, it's fine. Like if you see, like she pulled up Tom Holland and Zendaya, like that's still a really cute couple, and like she's taller than him. Okay,
sure. But would you agree that generally speaking, most women, 50% or more of women, have a preference for men who are taller than them?
Yeah, and most men are taller than them. So how is that an issue? Because most men will be, the average height for a guy is 5'8", the average height for a girl is 5'4".
But they don't have that preference. They don't have a preference for taller men because it happens to be the case that most men are just naturally taller.
It does happen to be the case. Most men are naturally taller.
Yes, most men are naturally taller.
Yeah.
But that's not why. It's not because there's a lot of men that are naturally taller than women that women are attracted to that.
I mean,
women are attracted to tall men because it comes down to protection, provisioning. A guy who's physically bigger, who's physically taller than you, is more capable of protecting you.
When I'm fishing out for a guy, like if I'm like looking for a guy, I'm not going to be like,
It's not even something women intellectualize.
Also, I feel like I don't think height can be like a make or break for women. Like if they like someone, I think height won't be an issue. Whereas with this whole virginity thing, it seems like it's like a make or break. You will only take a virgin.
No, I never said that.
Or these men will.
Well, the guys in the chat probably.
Were they saying no hymen, no diamond? Is that the fucking saying?
Yeah. So like certain stuff like that. I mean, like the whole key thing was brought up about how like, I mean, I'm not like saying, like obviously, like I'm not gonna have a high ass body count if I want a guy who like.
But I mean, like I guess why most women themselves don't want to be promiscuous. So it's just like, why defend?
Well, I'm not trying to defend I'm trying to like understand. I was fine with the whole like you saying like you want a low body count, but the thing that like made me upset was the whole
virgin thing.
No, where it's like you can have a low body count, but I don't have to. Like because that's a double standard. In my opinion.
You mean a high body count?
Oh yeah. Like where it's like you have to have a low one, but I don't have to have a low one. That's what like I was like, well, what? That's like not fair.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily hypocritical. I don't think it's hypocritical to, and I'm maybe beating a dead horse here. I don't think it's hypocritical to desire something in a partner that you yourself do not possess. Like, I want a woman who's really feminine. I'm not feminine, but I want a feminine woman.
But that's not something that you guys can both have the same thing on. Like, I mean, like, if you think about it, like, body count is something that you guys are, like, it's like, that's another example. Like, working out, that's something that you guys both have an experience. Like, it's a thing that, like, you guys experience. It's not like something that you carry on physically or
Sure.
something like that.
Okay. Did you want to come in?
No.
Oh, okay. Did you have something else? I mean, I need to get through a little bit more of the body count stuff. So there's also an STD risk. That's why men care about body count too.
Well, I get that. That's like a whole different
I
thing.
mean, men and women can both care about
Yeah.
that, certainly.
That's totally like
the
a
more
different
the
thing.
more promiscuous you are, the greater likelihood of getting an STD.
That is very true.
So that's a thing.
But that's both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
both sides, but that's one reason why men care about body count.
I mean, I understand why they care about body count. I just was not getting the whole thing
Well-
about like the whole where it's like you have to have the low one and I don't.
Well, I mean, it seems like you don't agree with me, which is fine, but I've already basically given you my position.
Yeah.
That my position is you need not have the same traits or characteristics in yourself that you desire in a partner, and you think it's different, and perhaps you disagree. I don't know if we'll find common ground on that front. So I don't know if I've not convinced you on that, so I'll just keep it moving.
Okay.
But the other thing is a reputational thing. If you're dating a promiscuous girl and all your buddies hooked up with her, it's like a reputational thing too. Also, if I'm close, like if you're like in business, right? And this is a shitty example. This is not a good one that's going to convince anybody, but it is reputational. Like, nobody wants to be with a girl and maybe you guys feel the same way. Like, you don't want to get with a guy and all your girlfriends hooked up with him.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah. So like, we don't want a girl.
But if it was like a girl who had just come to town, she didn't have any ties to other people, and she happened to have
100 bodies.
I feel like that's extreme.
not 100,
Hey,
but
I know some 19-year-old girls. Actually, I know a 17-year-old girl with 100 bodies. Well, I don't know her.
Is she okay? Like, is there something?
Yeah.
Like, that
It's
goes back to psychology.
I think actually you might know her.
Who is it?
I think it's either Tristan or Luke's, one of their friends that like they just graduated high school. And did you know?
Tristan?
Tristan.
What about Tristan?
He knows a girl. I don't know her. He knows her. He told me about her. He knows a girl, 17's, like slept with 100 dudes.
I don't know who she is.
Okay. In any case, doesn't matter. I know a 19-year-old girl that slept with 100 dudes. Like, so it's not that out there. But continue on.
Oh,
with
I
your
was just saying, I don't know. That's pretty crazy if a girl has like 100 body counts at the age of 17.
What? No, you were saying reputationally. What if she was just new
Oh.
to town? I mean, it's just reputation thing. I mean, it's reputation. The big thing is that, okay, there's kind of like three major things. So the more sexual partners you've had, the more promiscuous you are, the greater likelihood of infidelity. The more promiscuous you are, the
that
greater.
goes both ways.
Sure, but that's why it matters to men. The greater likelihood of infidelity, the greater likelihood of reporting relationship dissatisfaction. Also, pair bonding. Your ability to pair and bond with someone after you've had so many previous boyfriends and relationships and experiences and baggage and fights just continually starts to get chipped away as you continue to have more and more partners.
Okay. I see like where some of these points are coming from for the most part, besides the double standard thing for like where it's just applicable to women. The part I don't think that resonates is that the verbiage you're like, this isn't the type of verbiage that most guys who are like, I want a virgin are using. The most guys that are like, I only want a virgin, it's not for these reasons that you're bringing up that are like valid points. It's because they have this obsession with virginity that I'm like, I don't understand. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the majority of these men,
I don't know.
I don't think they know these, what?
When you say these men, I'm not sure who you're referring
Mainly
to.
the people in the chat.
I don't know. But look, the pair bonding thing is the big one. once you've had a ton of relationships, once you've had a ton of partners, you lose your ability. And also, if you view sex as this casual thing, you decouple intimacy from sex. That's how a lot of people bond. One of the big ways people bond is through sex.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a sport to you, if it's just sport fucking, if sex to you is just like a handshake, if it's just nothing to you, then
Yeah, I wouldn't want that either. That's something like I wouldn't want to like have someone who just thinks sex is just like a one night type of thing. Like obviously I want someone who views sex as a very intimate.
yeah, I mean, a high body count, it's an indicator of her general attitude towards sex. It tends to suggest that sex, it's not something particularly intimate to her. It's rather sport, pleasure, excitement. So greater likelihood of cheating. High body count equals high probability of cheating. It's also like if you're number 51, it's just like, I don't know, the first moment that there's a difficulty or a rough patch in the relationship, if you're number 51, she's going to be like, you know what, new answers, new guy, I'm out. Someone with a high body count is much less likely to stick it out in a difficult part of a relationship.
Jackson super chatted $50. You don't understand the virginity thing because you could never fathom being tricked into raising a child that isn't yours.
Yeah, so he's
We
talking.
have DNA tests for that now.
That doesn't undo. It doesn't undo the gut feeling that men have when it comes to promiscuous women. I don't think 'cause women can't really empathize with this because women, you can't, like, a guy can't commit, I suppose it would be called maternity fraud on you, but it's a very real fear for a man to, like, say with a partner that he wants to have a child with. It's a very real fear that if he has a kid with, or thinks he has a kid with that woman, but the kid's not his. Women, that can't happen to a woman. If you get cheated, like, you cannot, if you have a kid, you know for a fact that kid is yours. If a man has a kid, absent a paternity test, there's no way to, with certainty, know. Okay, so that's an evolutionary psychology reason why, like, it's in our gut why it matters, why promiscuity matters. A promiscuous woman, she's more likely to cheat. She could, it's just innate.
I mean, I'm trying to grasp like
Why?
how being a virgin would make it more possible